Good morning, students. We are dealing with the Unit 4, Altered Immune Responses, and today's topic is serum sickness. Serum sickness is mainly due to the hypersensitivity reaction, and it is mainly with the hypersensitivity 3. Now let's see the definition. Serum sickness is a hypersensitivity vasculitis due to foreign objects. That means vasculitis means blood vessels. When there is infection in the blood vessels, that means whenever there is excessive foreign material in the blood vessels, so there is chance of having serum sickness, and it is referred to as hypersensitivity. Then the etiology. What are the etiology for the serum sickness? Which often is the cause of horse serum proteins, for example, is ADS and ATS. So the etiology for the serum sickness is mainly horse serum proteins. In addition to the foreign serum protein, horse serum, allergy medications such as penicillin, amoxicillin, cefaclor, insect stings, human gamma globulin, although rarely can cause serum sickness like syndrome. So except that horse protein, these are some drugs which can rarely related to this serum sickness syndrome, or you can say serum sickness. Then let's see the pathogenesis. That means from where it has originated. Serum sickness is a classic example of the type 3 hypersensitivity. Antigen-antibody complexes are formed, occurs in a state of excess antigen are trapped in small blood vessels. These antigens are nothing but the foreign materials, and whenever these foreign materials enters in our body and gets trapped to the blood vessel, that means when they are flowing in our body through the blood, then they are getting trapped into the blood vessels, and this is categorized under hypersensitivity 3 and also cause serum sickness. Then the clinical manifestation, that means what are the signs and symptoms you are going to notice, and in how many days, what are the incubation period for the serum sickness. Clinical symptoms arise 7 to 12 days after the injection of foreign serum. In some cases it can occur after 3 weeks. So the duration is, that is incubation period is 7 to 12 days after entrance, or you can say after injection of foreign serum in your body. Then it can also take 3 weeks. Faster initial symptoms occur when there is exposure prior to the beginning of the same serum previously. That means if you are noticing any fast symptoms before then, you can it is because before that also you have got exposure to that particular foreign material. Then it is likely to have faster symptoms than 7 to 12 days. A few days before the general symptoms arise, like body temperature elevates, swollen and erythema at the injection site occur, itching and rashes such as urticaria, and skin mobility form rash is prominent symptoms. So these are some symptoms you will be noticing at the injection site. Then except than these, there are some more symptoms. Erythema was also found on the dorsum of the foot plantar dorsolateral border. In some patients, the erythema turned into petechia ecchymosis, probably due to thrombocytopenia. So these are some of the clinical manifestations you are going to notice on the injection site. Then except than that, related to body, you will be noticing swelling, myalgia, lymphadenopathy, then joint pain, stomach ache, nausea, diarrhea and melena. Before it gets better, the symptoms often get worse. The symptoms are like self-limited in 1 to 2 weeks. Then in small children, some things you will be noticing, like first sign is rash. Then second sign is more erythema and rashes develop over the body. And then after that you will be seeing, followed by stiffness of joints, red eyes, ulcers in the mouth. Then in day 3 you will be noticing symptoms worsen, erythema turn into petechia ecchymosis, probably due to thrombocytopenia. Then except that, you will be seeing symptoms is dramatically improved. So these are some symptoms you will be noticing. Then diagnostic procedures. What diagnosis you are going to do on the patient to get the confirmation of serum sickness? So first and foremost, you have to do as usual history collection and physical examination. Then after that, you will be going for the blood collection. Then after that, you will be having urine test. In that you will be seeing proteinuria, hemoglobinuria, microscopic hematuria. Then you will go for immunological test. In that it will be ELISA test and immunofluorescence test. Then for the management, you will be giving supportive management as needed according to the symptoms. Then after that, you will be going for antihistamines to reduce itching. then analgesics to reduce pain. Then in severe cases, you can go for corticosteroids to reduce the inflammation. So in today's class, we have seen the definition of serum sickness. That is, it is due to the hypersensitivity reaction when there is excessive antigen trapped into the blood vessels. Then we have seen the etiology, then how it has developed. Then with the etiology, we have seen the clinical manifestation. What are the signs and symptoms and what are the incubation period? The incubation period is 7 to 12 days and most likely it can go for 3 weeks also. Then we have seen the diagnostic procedures, that how we can confirm the diagnosis. Diagnosis is like blood test, and mainly in blood tests we can see the causative agents. Then except that we will be having urine test, and except after that we can go for the management. In management we will be doing symptomatic treatment for that for symptoms like pruritus, ecchymosis, nausea, diarrhea. These are the symptomatic treatment. Then we can go for antihistamines to reduce the itching. Then to reduce inflammation we will be giving corticosteroids. So that's all for the today's class. Thank you to all the students.